Good morning. This is the Board of Public Works and Safety in Kokomo, Indiana on August 19th, 2020. First order of business today is to approve the minutes from the August 12th meeting. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion we approve the minutes from the meeting held on August 12th, 2020.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Next is items from police and fire, and the first is to consider quotes for 2 police administrative vehicles for KPD. This memo comes from Chief Stout. The Kokomo Police Department is seeking authorization to procure final quotes for 2 2019 or 2020 model all-wheel drive non-SUV vehicles for the KPD for the fiscal year of 2020. These 2 police administration vehicles will be replacing 2 retired police administration vehicles. It is anticipated the cost of these 2 vehicles will be less than $150,000. Therefore, it is in compliance with IC 5227-2. With authorization of the Board of Public Works and Safety, we contacted at least 3 vendors known to deal with the lines and classes of the item to be purchased to procure quotes for the Board of Public Works and Safety's consideration. Chief Stout contacted Eric Chevrolet. They did not have non-SUV vehicles with all-wheel drive, but they did have a 2019 Chevy Malibu at the price of $28,115 and another at $26,268. He also contacted Broadhouse Ford. They also did not have a non-SUV all-wheel drive vehicle, but they anticipated having 2020 Ford Fusions in the amount of $30,035. And he also contacted Button Motors, and they did have 2 non-SUV police vehicles with all-wheel drive. And these passenger cars were priced at $28,830.50 and $27,830.50. Each includes the extended service agreement. It is our recommendation the Board of Public Works and Safety approve the department to procure the requests for quotes and proceed with the purchase of the non-SUV all-wheel drive administration cars for KPD. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion we approve the recommendation from Chief Stout.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is to consider the new hire for KPD. This also comes from Chief Stout. And he writes, I am recommending to the Board of Public Works and Safety accept the employment of Chad Mooney as a Kokomo Police Department police officer. I further request that his employment be made effective Monday, August 24th of 2020. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion we approve the hiring of Chad Mooney.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. On to new business, and first is the consideration of the demolition board recommendation for the address at 2229 East 200 South. On August 12th of 2020, the Board of Public Works and Safety held a public meeting regarding the order to demolish the property commonly known as 2229 East 200 South, Kokomo, Indiana 46902. Evidence was heard from Timothy Canfield, several interested neighbors, and property owners in the area, Tammy Korn of Building and Code Services, and the Indiana Department of Environmental Management. This was taken under advisement by the board and reset for August 18th of 2020. With this in mind, the Board of Public Works and Safety now finds as following. Under IC 36-7-9-7B, the hearing authority may make findings and take action to either affirm, rescind, or modify the order. But unless the person to whom the order was issued or counsel for that person is presented at the hearing authority may modify the order in only a matter that makes its items less stringent. IC 36-7-9-7F provides the following. If at the hearing a person to whom an order has been issued requests an additional period to accomplish action required by the order and shows good cause for the request to be granted, the hearing authority may grant the request. However, as a condition for following the additional period, the hearing authority may require that the person post a performance bond to be forfeited if the action required by the order is not completed within the additional period. Pursuant of IC 36-7-9-7F, the Board of of Works finds that Mr. Canfield has requested additional time to remedy all issues which affect the property in disrepair. Though the board fails to find that Mr. Canfield has shown good cause for his request, it is willing to allow for him to have an additional 30 days to complete any and all repairs which are requested by the Division of Building and Code Services. The board will not require a performance bond. The Division of Building Code Services is directed to provide Mr. Canfield with carbon copy to the Board of Works a specific list of items requiring improvement on the property within 10 days, August 31st of this finding, at which time the 30-day period will begin to run. The period to complete repairs will be September 28th of 2020. And this matter is continued till September 30th, 2020 at 10 a.m. Mr. Canfield is hereby notified to repair on said date, to report all progress made in improving the property and whether he has completed the required improvements as set forth above. Failure to appear at said time and date or failure to provide an update may have an adverse effect on the board's finding. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the modification to the order to demolish.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries.
And just to clarify, so that everybody knows the rules, I want the Division of Building Code Services to provide Mr. Canfield with a list of all items that need to be fixed and improved within that 30-day period, and personally serve him at the property address. And then once he is served, that 30-day period will begin to run. And Mr. Canfield, with you in the audience today, we're going to reset this for September 30th, 2020 at 10 a.m., the same location. So at that time, Ms. Korn's going to give you everything that you need to get fixed. And if that's not fixed, then we're probably going to move forward with the demolition. So that's the way we're going to proceed on this.
Can I approach it?
Absolutely.
I never intended to be a bad neighbor. My intention has always been to get that up in snuff and to add on to the place. It's just my workload's just been really heavy. But I've been on the fence whether to demolish or to rebuild, and with the septic system being what it is, and maybe not having city water and city sewer, I'm probably inclined right now to go ahead with the demolition on it. It's been something that's weighed on me, whether or not to do that or not. Now, I do demolish, I've demolished houses before, so, in fact, I bid on some here, but I'm just trying to see what logistically I have to do in order to go ahead and maybe pursue that, and get my trucking and everything lined up to as far as disposal, because it's probably, I'm going to venture to say if I can grind it up, if I can get an excavator in there and grind it, I'm probably looking at 10 to 12 trucks, maybe not that many. It depends on how compact you can get it,
Well, you can speak with her before you leave today and figure out what you
find out
want to
what
do.
kind of paperwork.
And they can give you a list of, I guess, to either make the improvements or to go forward with the demolition.
Right.
And then at the same time, if that demolition's not completed, then we can go ahead and do it.
But I would just take it down to the foundation. I didn't anticipate at this point in time taking the foundation out. Now, is that allowable?
I think you need to speak with the building.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that's something you guys can.
outside of my expertise.
Okay, yeah. Now the other thing too is that I've been demonized as a person that possibly was bringing in, like, I don't know, some mobster hauling in radioactive material and stuff like that. But my background is in environmental, and I'm an engineer by trade, so I checked the codes very carefully before I even started doing that. And what I've hauled out there was just fill. It was just uncontaminated fill, basically right out of quarry. Some of the concrete got mixed in with it, but, most of it's just little chunks of concrete. And what I had piled up there was a stockpile basically for some farmers to use for embankment. And that, but I was never able to get my truck out there because it was always wet. And when it wasn't wet, because I get stuck on flat ground with that dump.
You let us know that before, and you go ahead and get with Ms. Corn.
Okay.
And
But I just want to clear that up.
You provided with a copy of the item report?
Was I?
Yes.
I got something in the mail Saturday that talked about the grass and stuff, but.
There was an item report we received an item.
I don't.
You didn't get that?
Recently?
Yeah, it was after our last meeting.
No, I haven't received.
Okay.
No, I haven't received that. I just got something about the grass, and I got someone's out there.
We
working
received
on-
an item,
Oh, an IDM? Yeah.
item submitted us
Right,
a report
yeah.
that gave us the indication that he agreed with your assessment
Okay.
of the material.
Okay,
that was-
good.
That was placed on. the
Yeah,
site.
because I talked to him out there, and everything was copacetic. He may have emailed it to me. I have not checked my email for a while, because I gave him one of my cards and my email's on there, so.
I'll make sure
Yeah.
that goes with the list of materials.
But that's what my intent is, and,
Okay.
just, because I understand, I do, and I'm tired of losing sleep over there.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Canfield.
you.
Thank you.
All right, continue to move forward with the meeting. We have.
Was there
considering- sorry.
anybody in the audience that wanted to I think there was somebody in the audience that wanted to speak
Speak to,
concerning this case. Did you have a question, ma'am? I saw you raise your hand.
No, I mean, do you want to sell it? I'll buy it and I'll do everything that they want.
You guys can work that out afterwards.
I'll do everything that they want. We have the same thing going on in our neighborhood. I want to be like Tom DiNardo and I'm going to clean it up, so I'll make you an offer. How about that? And this will all be over.
okay, so next is to consider the public hearing and updates for unsafe structures. Jamie?
Okay. We have an unsafe substandard structure at 401 East Vale Avenue. The order to demolish was issued May 27, 2020. All parties have been notified by certified mail, hand delivery, and legal publication with proper receipt. The board adopted its finding of facts on this property on July 22, 2020. The 10-day appeal deadline has passed for all interested parties, and the order to demolish has not been complied with to date. As a result, per IC 36-7-9-10, I'm asking the board for permission to enforce the order to demolish and to advertise for bids for the demolition of the structure located at 401 East Vale Avenue. Bids to be received on September 23, 2020, before 10 a.m.
Can I get a motion on that?
I make a motion, we provide permission to the building department to enforce the order to demolish for 401 East Vale Avenue.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Okay. We have an unsafe substandard structure at 920 East Jefferson Street. The order to demolish was issued May 27, 2020. All parties have been notified by certified mail, hand delivery, and legal publication with proper receipt. The board adopted its finding of facts on this property on July 22, 2020. The 10-day appeal deadline has passed for all interested parties, and the order to demolish has not been complied with to date. As a result, per IC 36-7-9-10, I'm asking the board for permission to enforce the order to demolish and to advertise for bids for the demolition of the structure located at 920 East Jefferson Street. Bids to be received on September 23, 2020, before 10 a.m.
Can I get a motion?
Make a motion, we give permission to the building department to enforce the order to demolish on 920 East Jefferson Street.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
All right. All parties listed below have been abated by our office. To date, the items remain in violation. Permission for city crews to enter onto the properties and remove the abated items listed. 406 West Park Avenue, 723 East Broadway, 916 East Jefferson Street, and 944 East Havens.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we allow city crews to enter the attached addresses to remove the abated items.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Thank you.
carries. Thank you, Jamie. Then next, we need to receive bids for the Union and Superior Streetscape project E2002-1E.
Got two bids. First one is from Boyer Excavating, 2653 South, 400 West, Peru, Indiana. in the amount of $252,217.70. And the second one is from EMB Paving, Inc., 1420 South Union Street, Kokomo, Indiana, 46902. And that's in the amount of $216,710.58.
All right. Can I
Make a
get-
motion, we take these bids under advisement.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries. Okay, last under new business is to consider retainage release for the Union Street Stormwater Extension Project, project number 2003-1A. This comes from Don Creed and the stormwater manager. The construction is 100% complete. The pay estimate number one represented construction quantities and materials placed between March 30th and May 30th of 2020. The total amount of the pay estimate number one was $266,545.32 with a 5% retainage of $13,327.27 withheld. Pay estimate number one was previously approved for the amount of $253,218.05 to Dykeman Excavating Company, Inc. I recommend the Board of Public Works and Safety release the retainage amount of $13,327.27 to Dykeman Excavating Company, Inc. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion, we release the retainage for Union Street Storm Sewer Extension Project.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries. Any correspondence?
There is none.
Any further items from the public? Any further items from the board? Last is to approve the claims for August 19th of 2020 in the amount of $1,884,132.26.
Make a motion, we approve the claims of August 19th, 2020.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you.